I still remember an incident. So we had a lot of mock calls that we did, in my early days, and we had sales enablement people who would sit with us for these mock calls. He would actually put my call on mute and say that you're talking too much. You're not, letting them talk, and you're not a good enough listener. And that's something I've learned over the time. So even today, even when I call on the mobile, my initial this thing is when you say something is to, talk to you back. So I put myself on mute so that even if I'm talking, I'm still the person's not hearing me and they're listening. And it is only when you have some level of awkwardness in a call does the person on the other side open up. You don't need to fill the gaps.
Right.
Some stunning insights like that I
Oh,
get.
that's absolutely stunning. And this is a great technique, Ananya.
It is a
I mean,
great
if
thing.
you are a natural talker, press
Yeah.
mute.
Yeah. And I forced myself. I was like, okay, I'm just going, even on a Zoom, with prospects, I forced myself after doing my initial introduction that I need to hear them. This can't be about me reacting to them. So I immediately go on mute, and then there's like that awkwardness for 30, 40 seconds, and then they open up. And it's
Right,
beautiful, the amount you will really learn on how do you get more out of a call. And to your
right.
question on trust, so following Salesforce, I moved to Chennai, and I actually had the opportunity to work at Freshworks. In that role, I was actually taking care of the Southeast Asia market, new market for me, and all of that. And this is also me in my first account executive or salesperson role. And man, I went the first day. I'm like, okay, this is my target. I'm gonna be aggressive. Every call, I'm gonna make some money out of it. And that was my attitude. It was not the attitude of helping somebody out. It was not the attitude of trust, building trust. I was not trying to build a relationship. And I think I went through my first year losing deals because of that. And again, I had somebody great, and I've always lucked out in having brilliant managers. And I had, Vinod Chandramali was my manager at the time, and he said that, hey, take a pause. Just remember that the person on the other side is as human as you. All they want out of this call is a great story from you and a story that makes sense for them. and
Yeah.
and I think every point of time in my career when I have failed, I've had a messiah come and say something really insightful, that has really changed my narrative and the way I approach things. And then I
Right.
think he said that I'm going to give you, while it's, sales is meeting your numbers every month. But I did go through a period that this 3 months, I'm not going to look at my numbers. I'm only going to build relationship. And in 6 to 1 year, I saw a really big change in the sort of conversations I was having, in the results that I was starting to get. And I hold these values very, very high to this date.